Hi and welcome to Everyday Vlogging with Rich Pasini. Today's April 3rd, 2019. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It's greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and come back for more. Today I want to talk about vintage old toys that may be worth money if you come across them. That's coming up on the Reseller News Brief. Stick around. Hi and welcome to the Reseller News Brief. My name is Rich Pasini, and today I just want to talk about vintage game console and get Super Mario Brothers and an old Apple computer that may be worth money. Not that you guys are going to come across it, but you never know. You know, life is very funny. You could be in a place at the right time. You never know. But anyway, I just want to go really quick. I want to keep this at a reasonable news brief, and I don't want to get too much on it. So let's start with the first story here. The first one is a Nintendo game console. Well, actually, here's what we got over here. It says, back in 2010, the original Nintendo game console, along with the controller of 5 original Nintendo games, sold for $13,000 on eBay. While the console itself is not the item in hardly demand, it is the original cardboard and the console it came in, which was believed to be worth $10,000 alone. And then it goes on to say here, recently a mint condition original copy of the Super Mario Bros. NES Nintendo system was selling for $100,150 at auction, making it the most expensive games ever sold. Not only is the game cartridge that was auctioned a rare copy of Nintendo's test launch, but also unopened and well preserved, further escalating its sale price. It broke the record previously by a copy of the ultra rare Nintendo World Championship cartridge, which sold for $100,088 on eBay in 2014. Then we talk about the Apple computer. Last year, one of the less than 70 remaining original Apple I computers was sold at auction for $375,000. The computer was made in the mid-70s by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Listen to this. Listen to this number. Sold for $666,066 at the Bite Shop in Mountain View, California. The mark of the beast. No, I'm only kidding. It says it was owned by a single owner for over 40 years and received a massive $56,000 return on its original investment. It goes on to say the Lisa computer, which has a staggering price of $10,000 price tag in the early 1980s, was one of Apple's biggest commercial failures. However, a working model was sold at auction in 2017 for a whopping $50,000. Then it goes on to say here, excuse me, while both of them are products of Apple's early days of first generation Apple iPhone. Now we're talking about the Apple iPhone now, which is relatively new in comparison, is also quickly becoming a favorite gadget collectors. A mint condition first generation iPhone with only 4 GB of storage inside its original box was put on eBay for sale in 2015 for $15,000, folks. The device was originally priced at $599 when it came out in 2007. We bet you're digging around your closet for your first iPhone now. That's something to keep an eye on, because I'll be honest with you, when I go to thrift stores, I usually come across those. I come across cell phones. But now, going forward, and I'm sure you guys will be doing the same thing, you will probably keep your eye on it. Not that we're going to get, you're going to get that kind of money, but you never know. I mean, I seen going for thrift stores, used cell phones for like $4 or $5. But it's very unlikely I'm going to come across an iPhone. But I'll tell you one thing, I will look for it. Then, then we come across the cameras. Now, anybody familiar with Leica? Leica is a very, very expensive camera as far as I'm concerned. I don't own a Leica camera, but they are nice cameras. You know, they're very well made. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, I think Leica is a German-made camera. But it goes on to say here, it says almost all gadgets, cameras have always been one of the top most coveted items for collectors. Okay, the most expensive camera ever sold at an auction is extremely rare, historically important Leica camera that fetched. Listen to this, folks. That fetched a whopping $2.96 million. auctioned at the 32nd Westlick Camera Auction in Vienna. Okay, it's Vienna, Austria last year. It created a new world record. The camera in question is a 1923 Leica O series camera, which had a starting price, U.S. starting price of $492,000 and $672, whatever. Yeah, $492,000, and ended up breaking the world record previously set by a Leica O series camera that sold for $2.79 million in 2012. Let's not even try to convert those into rupees, folks. You know, the funny thing is, I just want to share this really quick with you guys. I was at a local thrift store and I did come across a camera, a Leica camera. They were asking for quite a bit of money for it too, but needless to say, I didn't buy it because it was one of those days where it wasn't half off. If it was a half off price, I probably would have, because I know Leica cameras are expensive, and for some apparent reason, I picked it up. I don't know what it was going for. I don't remember offhand, but I didn't want to spend the money that day. You know, Mr. Conservative over here, Mr. Frugality, is trying to get things as cheap as possible. It had to be for a good price. If I didn't buy it, they were asking for a lot of money for it. This was at a local thrift store. It wasn't like a camera. Well, I don't think it was. It was definitely not that one. I know that for sure. You know, the picture that you see posted here. It was definitely not that one. But it wasn't like a camera. And, you know, if you're in a thrift store and you do come across those type of cameras, a Leica camera, you might want to take a chance in buying it. Okay, you might want to take a chance. If you get it for a good price. I mean, first, of course, as I always say, well, not always say, but for my own sake, I always do a research prior to doing anything. Like, even like these things here, the Nintendo. All right, now, the Nintendo game consoles, the one that you seen posted earlier, I seen those game consoles at my local thrift store. Going for crazy prices. It all depends the day. It's, you know, who puts it out there, who's listing it, you know, putting it on the price tag. I seen them sometimes at the thrift store for $50. Then another time you'll see them for $39. It depends. I don't know why. I don't know if it's with the console, you know, with the controllers on or whatever off. But I remember seeing them. They were kind of like, you know, pretty decent prices. I have to honestly say $50 and stuff like that. I think the most one I seen that was posted up there. Again, I didn't buy it because I heard they were like such a hard sell to get rid of. But going forward, if I do come across those type of consoles, the Nintendo game console one I posted up, I probably will take a chance on buying it. I would hope not to get it for $50 because you got to, again, do your research. I mean, if you're going to get it and you're only going to make, and let's say you do get it for $50, unless it's a half off day, and that's for $25, that's even better. And you can make maybe a $35 or $40 profit off it, then it's worth getting. But if you're going to get it for $50 from a thrift store, and you're going to sell it for maybe $60, $70, all right, you're still making a profit, but, you know, that's something to consider. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm trying to get something where I can get a little more bang for the buck, so to speak. But going forward, I do see those there. And the last time I went to my local thrift store, I have seen people picking, there was a couple of people that picked up a couple of consoles. They had a couple over there, some behind the counter and some was left on a shelf. The ones behind the counter usually go for more money because they got the controllers, they might throw games in there. That's how this thrift store works. They'll take the good stuff, the real good stuff, they put it behind the counter. They don't leave it there where, you know, I'm not saying it's on the shelf where they could pick and grab at it. But the good stuff, they always put behind the counter where you got to go physically up to the counter and say, can I see that, please? You know, so, but you might want to keep your eye out for those there, though. The rare games, like the Super Mario Brother games, those I still think are pretty good sellers. You may be able to get, you know, get a decent profit, you know, make a decent profit off it. If you get it for a good price, you know, that's what all boils down to. I have an app from my local thrift store when they're giving it's a VIP. Well, I'm a VIP for thrift stores, right? For those anyway. They'll give me. They'll usually send me a message on my iPhone saying, "Hey, today's 50% off. You know, you get, you know, come on in and save money, whatever." And in some cases, when I do get the 50% off, I will go there just to check out to see what they got to offer. But for the most part, again, when they price their stuff, their item, their merchandise, they know they're checking it out too on eBay too, folks. So don't kid yourself. In some cases, I've been at the thrift stores with relatives or friends, and we would pick up an item. what they're selling it, what the thrift store is selling for is what it's selling on eBay. So that's why sometimes it's very hard to make a killing on that there as far as like a good profit, because they're doing the same thing. And I heard it right from somebody who worked in the place. Yeah, we check on eBay to see what these things are selling for. But it's either here or there. It is what it is. If you could come across an item and get it for a good price, why not? Take a chance. As long as it's not a big super investment where it's going to hurt the bank, so to speak, then you might want to try it out. But anyway, folks, this is Rich Pasini signing off for the Reseller News. I hope the new subscribers who did recently subscribe, I just want to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to check out my videos and to subscribe to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I do hope that people who do hit my channel do get a takeaway from it, because like I said again, it's a very diversified channel. I talk about different topics and different things. It's not just specifically one thing. The Reseller News, however, as I say in my other videos, this is always going to be a common thing as far as that part goes. I will always be doing a Reseller News that's going to be incorporated within my YouTube channel. But for all intents and purposes, my channel is to help, inspire, and share with people. I love helping people out by giving information I come across, and if it could be of help to you guys, that's great. I also like to inspire people with good things, with good information as well, and I like to share it. So for me, I don't keep things bottled up, folks. But one thing I will say in closing, for those who do follow me, and I'm sure the followers that have been with me for quite some time, they will know one thing. I'm a straightforward person. I tell it like it is, and I don't sugarcoat anything. As I said in many of my other videos, if I'm making good sales, I will tell you I did good on eBay. If I'm not, I'll tell you I'm not doing good. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys, just to keep you coming back for more. I do want you to come back for more and more, good content. But I'm not going to lie to you either and tell you I'm doing great when it's not, when the things ain't going good, But that's how this channel's. That's what this channel is all about, folks. It is to to inspire, help inspire, and share with people. And if you want to subscribe and you want to hear me talk about different topics, I do things on the fly too, folks. It's not necessarily one thing in particular. Like I said earlier, I might take a walk to the park one day and start shooting video about things and say, hey, like my park, for example, I do plan on doing that. The park by me, where I live over here on the island, it's called Eisenhower Park, and they do have some nice little things there I like to showcase in the video and share with you guys, when that time comes. I don't know if I do it today, but I guess when the weather breaks, it gets a little more warmer. I think I definitely would like to do that there. Do like a little walk around the park. And if you guys are in the area, maybe you live in Long Island, New York. I'm over here in the island. I'm like 45 minutes away from New York City, which to me is the greatest city in the world. Not for anything, but I have to say, being a native New Yorker, I do love New York, and it has a lot to offer. And if you haven't been here, if you never visited New York City or the state of New York in general, you got to come and check it out. Go into the city. There's so much stuff to do. If you're going to ever check it out, plan ahead, look at all the attractions, and you might want to stay for a while. I mean, well, more than a week. I think you're gonna need more than a week to see all the attractions over there. But there's a lot of fun things to do, folks. A lot of historical sites, a lot of museums out there. If you're into modern art and stuff like that, they got a whole bunch of things to do. You'll never be bored. I'll put it to you that way. Like I said, I'm on the island over here, and there's a lot of things to do on the island as well. It's not as fast-paced as New York City. If you look at the island compared to New York, this is like the farmland out here. It's very quiet, kind of like laid back for me anyway. That's how I perceive it. Look at it that way. It is. It's kind of like laid back type of atmosphere. It's not so hustle and bustle, but that's the way it is. But I really do love, this state. I do love living here and stuff like that. And it does have a lot to offer as far as like culture, historical sites and stuff like that there. And it's a beautiful multi-culture state, and there's plenty of things to do, plenty of different type of restaurants to eat at, and it's just so much to do. I can't tell you that. You'll have to do a Google search on all the attractions in New York and you see what I'm talking about. But anyway, folks, without further ado, I'm going to end this video. My name is Rich Pasini. You're watching the Reseller News for today, which is April 3rd, 2019. If you do have anything you want to share with me, please leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if there's anything you want to share or expand on, maybe you're a native New Yorker, you might want to drop something in like on my videos, or you want to send me stuff to put in to incorporate my videos. I'd be more than happy to do that. I'm always open for suggestions, and I'm always looking for new ideas. So if you got any information you want to share with me, and you want to work together on it, I'd be more than happy to. This is Rich Pasini again, signing off. Have a great day. I'll talk to you until next time. Bye bye.